Is sales an art or a science? You know, I'm asked that a lot. And when I ask CEO audiences or audiences of sales leaders, is sales an art or a science? The majority of them say it's a little bit of both. In fact, sales is a pure science. This is something that we've learned to recognize and to capitalize on. Sales is not an art, it's a science. I liken sales to surgery. Are any two surgeons the same? No. Are any two patients the same? No. So no two procedures are going to be exactly the same. Well, with sales, are any two salespeople the same? No. Are any two customers the same? Of course not. Is any customer the same on subsequent visits? No. So how could sales possibly be a science? We use a sales process methodology. We use a scientific method to go from point A to point B. Now think about it for a moment. If you were going into surgery and you're laying on the operating table, would you like for the first thing that you hear to be the surgeon saying, "Scalpel"? Or would you like for the first thing that you hear to be the anesthesiologist saying, "Would you count backwards from 100? Obviously, I would like to be asleep through any surgical procedure. Well, sales is very similar. We follow a sales roadmap, a sales checklist, which is called a sales process methodology. We're going to go from point A to point B. And we use that checklist to make certain that everything that we've done so far is leading to the next step. I teach a sales process methodology called plush selling, P-L-U-S-N-H. There are 5 principles behind a successful value-added sale, and I've represented those principles by the letters in the word plush. And what we have learned is they must be accomplished thoroughly in order. Thoroughly in order. If we jump in and try to start with the L, we're not going to close the sale. If we do a little bit of P and then skip over to the U, we're not going to be able to close the sale. So for that reason, the fact that we can follow a checklist, just as a surgeon would, a procedure, a process, just as a surgeon would, we as salespeople can do the same thing, and sales actually becomes a science.